Alright, so we are here for testing. First major thing is an axle recipe got changed because Greg messed up a bit and it overlapped the screwdriver. So now it is like this instead of the two together and the file here. I'm guessing if you don't have GregTech, the hammer is up here. And then all of the rest of them are like so. And that's the same for all axles. Yep, collided with the screwdriver. So, let's see. And the wooden ones, they have changed to look like that. So there you go. There's your new axle recipes. Let's see. And gearbox and axles were not paintable because I accidentally grabbed the wrong RGB color. Y'all can play with that. I am not showing you can paint the shit because I ain't unpainting the shit. Because if I go paint it, then people have always asked me, well, mine don't look that way. Oh, yeah, well, because it's painted. So, last and final thing for today is transformer gears. Basically, it's a planetary gear. They work basically like a transformer, just with only one inside and 5 outputs. So, this is the gearbox, transformer gearbox. So you're going to have a robust machine casing, 2 medium axles, a regular gear, and 4 small gears, and then a wooden bucket of lubricant, or however you're getting your lubricant in there. Alright, so this is going to transform energy in of 128 to 32. So this is what we're going to need if we want to do over here, shadow. Read what I said. Oh, yeah, never mind. Shadow's telling him to fix the issue, and well, he already fixed it. That's what I just showed. Alright, so if we want to do a single turbine coming up here to power this and these, then I need that steel transformer, and I'll need a steel turbine. Now I'm thinking that I could just do the gearbox for these two, and then I could use the gearbox on or the transformer gearbox on like this one. But I'm not sure yet. And we're going to play around with setting that up at some point. I think this is about all Greg needed to add for gears for me to set that up. So let's see here. I need a maximum of 64 out to go to that transformer, or to that centrifuge. Now the question is, if I do 128 in and I only transform it down going to one machine, is it going to give me the full 64? That's what I'm wondering. Now let's see, if I go with a steel turbine, are you going to make us have to maintain our gearbox for efficiency or whatever? Actually, I wanted him to make it where you had to put lubricant into them, but I don't think he's planning on doing that. Alright, so we can do, let's see, this one actually does 32 out. This one does 32 to 128 out. So let's go ahead and make this turbine here. It's going to take a robust hull, 4 rotors, and then I'm going to need rings and screws to do that. Wait a minute. It's going to be a lot of standing around looking at a damn crucible all morning. I want to see if I make one of these, because these I can make a lot quicker. That's the bronze gearbox. This is the one I want. So now this one will take, it says it'll put out 16 on the top side. So let's see if we can run 2 of them off of this one. See if that'll work. So we're going to need 2 medium bronze. So that's 2 long bronze per. What is in here? Gold? Go ahead and get that melted down. Well, wait a minute. I think that's scrap, actually, isn't it? Yeah. Let's turn that back off before it heats up too much. Let's see what we got for making bronze here. And we're going to need some tin. Let's get some bronze made. Get rid of that. We're going to need, the hell is it? Plate, ring. Did I move it? I did. Alright. I am unsure if bronze gearboxes will work for your machines that way, because your machine consumes 64 RU regardless of size. So instead of consuming 1 packet, it's 4 packets. And that has no effect whatsoever. Okay, so what you're saying is, even though the machine is going to take all 64 that it can. So it may not work. Even though the recipe I'm trying to run is only 16, and I only want to give each machine 16, you don't think it's going to work. Well, it's still worth playing with. Let's see. I was going to make a steel turbine. Other than the rings and the bolts, I got the plates. Now, question is, do we have to put the gears on this like we did on the other one? Because I haven't seen that yet. Alright, I'm going to start heating this one up. And I'm going to use this here. Monkey wrench to set the facing, use monkey wrench to set the direction. So apparently we don't have to set gears on them like we do the gearbox, because it doesn't say that. Basically, with the gearboxes and the planetary gears, the transformer gearbox, think of the lubricant that goes into it, or at least with these. These don't take lubricant, do they? Yeah, they take lubricant. I thought they did. Just think of that lubricant as being basically like the packed grease that you pack into a bearing. Just think of it that way. Make it easier for you. Make it easier for you to sleep at night with the fact that we're not giving it lubricant all the time to lubricate those moving parts. Alright, got that up to 21. Just take this back over there. One, 2, 3, 4. There's that. And now, take it back over here. I need to get another one of these made. Okay, so transformer, we need 2 of these, and then we need 2 for this. Alright, let's turn that off. We need 1 big gear, and then we need 4 small gears. Alright. And then we just need the plates. Alright, so throw that in there. We're going to need that plus the plates. We've got some doubles right here. It's only 400, so that'll be good for the moment. There is my hammer. There is the robust that we need. And then let's go ahead and get these together. And that is a file now, right? Yeah. There we go. Now, why is that down? Because that went and poured those tin things. Because it is automatically set to pour. Let's turn the auto pour off. There we go. And I need a bottle to get me some lubricant in. Or a bucket. Bucket will work. Alright, so there's our lubricant. That goes up here in the top corner. These go like that. These go like this. Goes in the center. And there's our bronze transformer gearbox. Now, like Greg said, this probably won't work the way I'm looking at doing it, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, there's what it looks like. And we use the monkey wrench. That sends it. Wait a minute. Use wrench to set the facing, monkey wrench sets the direction. So that's the direction. And then this is the input. All the rest of the outputs. I'm not quite sure why he went with this kind of texture, but it's kind of weird having the same texture on both sides. And nothing on the sides where it's actually able to go to. But it's Greg, what are you going to do? Alright, so I'm going to let this get heated up here. I'm going to look real quick. Bronze axle, 64, power 2, power 4, power 6, and power 8. Now, why are you calling me an idiot? It says specifically in your description that it can put out the 5 sides. Now, I know a planetary gear has an input on one side and the other side, but that's not what the description says. So if you're making a planetary gear where it has to go all the way through, and that's what the texture looks like, then that's what this thing should say. Is it only puts out on the opposite side. Not any but the front. It should be a planetary gear, and it should only take the power down through the back side. So don't call me an idiot if you don't write the shit right. You coded it, not me. Oh god, now he's showing me a Wikipedia page. Hold on, I'll go look at your Wikipedia page. But I know how a planetary gear works. Now he says, damn, the tooltip's wrong. Alright, so you want to tell me what the tooltip's supposed to say? Yeah, that's a planetary gear. That's exactly what I was talking. It should take power out one side and put it out the opposite side. Not multiple sides. So if that's what we're making here, then that's cool. But you got to fix the tooltip. Alright, so if that's the way this is going to work, then I've got to rethink this. and how I was going to test this. Alright, so basically what I'm going to try doing, take this gearbox out of here. I'm going to take this transformer out of here. Take this pipe out of here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to send all 64. Now, why did that not go in my inventory? Oh, because that's a bigger one. Alright, hold on. Let me drop a little bit of junk off in here. And the question is, though, if you're running a planetary gear that's going to slow the power down, let me think about this a minute. Where is that power going? Because as of right now, we don't have torque and speed. Alright, so if I do this here, going that direction, these should be big enough to handle this, I think. I hope. How much steam can these handle? 150 liters a tick. These put out, yeah, that's enough. It's a front back thing. Yeah. I got that now, thanks. Alright, so we're going to put this transformer right here, which I really wish he'd call it a planetary gear, honestly. Because it's not a transformer, it's planetary gear. And then we're going to put this back in here. And that should be set exactly the way we want it to. I know you can't turn it, but if you could see which way the gears are going by holding a wrench, Greg, that would be awesome. What do you mean I'm being picky? I'm being picky because are we losing that power that's coming out of the turbine by doing this? Or because I'm thinking here, you're going to have, it's only going to take packets every 4 packets, basically. So then you're going to have 3 packets out of 4 that are going to be wasted. So is that going to back up is the turbine just going to waste that power? Let me go get some charcoal. I'm thinking about other setups while I'm asking these questions. Thinking about other ways I'm going to try to set things up. Greg's going to be out of here in a few minutes probably, because he's got a doctor thing to do. So I want to at least see this thing do something before he takes off. Alright. Yeah, screw that shit. Bear doesn't get flu vaccinations. I don't need pumped through full of any flu vaccine. I'll get the flu just fine, and my immune system will knock the dog shit out of it. I got a good immune system. I don't need the vaccinations. You have a good immune system. You don't need to waste time and money on fucking vaccines. I ain't trusting them doctors to stick me with a needle full of shit that I don't know what it is. Yeah, over here, if you ain't got insurance to pay for it, or you're not low income enough to get it paid for by the government, you got to pay for that shit. Oh, this is America. Capitalization is king. They charge you for anything they can. You don't think they're giving shit away for free over here, do you? Alright, so let's see if this thing actually limits the power down to 16 and runs. Apparently not. Apparently it doesn't like that one bit. Now the question is, what doesn't it like? I'm guessing it's the planetary gear that's bitching. Not quite sure why, because it says it can take 64. Let me go get my other wrench since I broke that one. Give me this wrench. Now how in the hell is it the turbine overloading? It's not getting enough power through. That's going to be a problem. I'm not quite sure how that's getting too much steam, but definitely is. And the weird thing is, it's getting too much steam for the turbine to handle, with it not getting enough. Actually, it might be it's not getting enough. Not that it's getting too much. Because of those smaller pipes being on there. Is that gonna shut off before it overheats? Give me these two. And those are smaller ones too, damn it. Let's vent some of that steam out over this way. Now it's going to shut up. So I need to make 3 more of those. You're not going to burn up. Sit there for a second. Oh, I'm going to rethink this boiler setup completely. I'm just trying to get a little test done for today and see this thing run. I'm going to redo the boiler setup completely, actually. Yeah, he picked up that one. Damn it. What in the world are you growling at, dog? There ain't nothing here for you to growl at. Hush your face hole. Hush your face. Ain't nothing you need to be bitching about. Alright, so there's 3 of them. Let's go see if this will run properly. Alright. Take that out of there. Close that. Pull these 3 out. Now let's put this back in here with bigger pipes. And let's try this again. Light, you bastard. Now what in the hell is it bitching about? Seriously, I can run 4 of these. Oh, fuck. I know what the problem is. Problem is, I'm an idiot. Give me that damn... I'm trying to use the wrong damn turbine. That's my problem. Get that out of there. Get that in there. There we go. I need the Invar turbine, not the frickin' bronze one. Moron. Alright. See what happens when I try to rush for Greg. Alright, so the turbine's working. Now we're going to put in the planetary gear. I have no idea which way this goes because it looks the same. Okay. So facing is the output. Alright. Now, if I put gearbox in there, that should be getting 16 EU. Or 16 RU. If this bitch was running. And that bitch ain't running. Let's try this again. Give me that back. You weren't supposed to take all 5. You get 1. You get 1. You get 1. You get 1. No reason to be getting greedy here. Now, let's go see if this thing works. And limit it down to 16. Which is what I'm hoping it's going to do. Alright, so that's turning. I put that in there, and it doesn't run. It should have enough power now, but it doesn't want to run. So using it to limit it down to 16 is not going to work. Let's take this out for a second. It's not even turning that gearbox at all. I'm not quite sure why, though. Because it definitely should be. At least from what I'm guessing it should be. Gears interlocked properly is all it says, Greg. I know the bottom has a gear. That's the way I said it. I had this running before. Gear there, gear there. I knew it had a gear. Because I already had the shredder working with the setup the way it was before. No, it's set to normal. That's reversed. That's normal. So, when I reversed it, it fucked it up. Because it was trying to step it up. But now that it's stepping it down, it's just fine. But it won't run. Alright, so that way doesn't work. Let's go over and fix my wrench. Let me think of how I want to do this next. But it was facing... Hold on, what the fuck are you talking about, Greg? The planetary gear was turning. Let me get some more... Good thing shit don't blow up right now. I'd be blowing shit up left and right today. Alright, let me go get some more charcoal. Put this in there. We'll try turning it. But I don't think that's going to do it. Because as soon as I hit it, you could hear the machine clunk. Like it was getting too much power. And if I pull this gearbox out, the planetary gear at least was turning earlier. Alright, so planetary gear in, turn this direction, does not move. Turn that direction, it does move. Now if I hit it with this, it's still moving in reversed. If I turn it that way, it's just going a different direction. So that's not really stepping it up. Okay, now it's working. Okay. That is set to reversed, which would be stepping up the power, wouldn't it? Oh, it stores power. Okay. Alright, so it is set facing up and set to reversed right now. And it's working. Now it's not. I'm guessing it's out of steam? Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing that's limiting its power. If it's storing it, I still don't know what the fuck it's doing with it. Because honestly, with this setup, it would just be better to take this out and put an axle in there. Or, you know, the gearbox right there. And then just put an axle in here. I think that'll work. I don't think that'll overload that axle. And let it run at the full 64. Because honestly, I think it's just wasting your power. If I do it the way I'm doing it right now. But if I put a steel gearbox with a transformer on each one of the sides, I think that would work better. Yeah, see, now it's running at the full 64, and I'm not losing any of its power because I don't have that planetary gear in there slowing it down, which is basically what it had before. Let's move this up. Alright, so I think what I'm going to try next is doing a steel turbine and then like 2 planetary gears to limit it down to 64 per, going to these 2 machines. And I'm going to have to do a completely different boiler setup. Instead of doing all of these bronze, I'll go to steel, at least. But we've seen the planetary gear work. So, let's see. So it perma-rotates if it has energy. Yeah, but it didn't seem like it kept running after the turbines went out. So if it was storing energy, it should have ran a little bit after, because it was running at 16 instead of 64. It should have been storing up at least some of that power. I think it's losing power in the way I have it set up currently. I think it's creating more power than what it can store, and it's just dumping, the turbine's dumping power. But I think, like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like this as a steel turbine with a steel gearbox here, and then put a planetary here and a planetary here, going to those 2 machines. That way I'll have 128 coming in and then 64 going out either side. I think that's what I'm going to attempt. But that is going to take a little bit of time to get set up. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream for the testing part, as we have shown that it works. It will not split energy in half right now. No. But if I put the gearbox in the middle and then limit the power coming out at the planetaries, that should do it. The gearboxes are currently not splitting energy in half. But it'll put out 128 to each side, right? Planetary gear can divide any incoming power by 4. So it does it just by 4? So if I do 256 and divide that by 4, that would be 64. I think it would still be losing power though, because it's not giving out, it's not doing 64, 64, 64, and 64. It would only be doing 64 and 64, which is 128. So I think it'd be wasting power currently. So you cannot use them as limiters. So the only way that this planetary gear would be useful at the moment is if I set up a gearbox with 4 sides being powered and a planetary gear on each of the 4 sides. Let me empty my inventory real quick. of anything similar to what I'm doing. And let me show you what I'm thinking, Greg. Alright, so sometimes it's a little easier to show what I'm thinking than explain it. So if I do this, I only need one of them, thanks. And then with that, I will need 4 of these, and then steel gears. Alright, so here's my idea. So this would be the turbine, putting out 256. Now I'm going to need this for a minute. And then I will need one here. And then one here, here. And if these interlock, I don't even know if this would work. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2. Oh, I need one more steel gear. And then put one of each of these around like this. Wait a minute, that's the gearbox. That's not what I want. I grabbed the wrong thing. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't think this would work. But that would be the only way I could see that this would work and not lose power. Because you don't have a torque speed setup. You're trying to run the gears kind of like a U almost. Turbine, planetary box, regular gearbox. That is the only way. So you're saying pop these off of here. You're saying the planetary gear would have to go there. And then the gearbox would go up here. But that's just going to lose power. I don't see where this is going to be beneficial to you. Unless you use it. Now I could see where it would be beneficial if I did that. And I put a machine on top of that. I could see where it would be beneficial if it was electric motor going in. But as far as being steam, I don't. Because steam is full-time power. Why would that lose power? Because you're splitting it by 4. You're splitting the power by 4. It's only taking in 1 packet and putting out 4 packets. So it would have to be losing 3 of those packets, at least in my head. If I'm wrong, then, by all means, tell me. But if I'm taking in 256 from the turbine down here, the custom gearbox can handle all 4 packets, but it can't put them all out the same side. And you just said what I was trying to do wouldn't work. We're trying to put out 4 packets out 4 different sides. You can run 3 custom gearboxes in order to get more sides. So you're saying do this like that. Take that top one off. And then put another gearbox like this. And then I'd have 1 packet going up there. And then do that like that. So then I would have the power coming in through the bottom and going out through those sides. That would be able to handle that. So then I'd be giving out 2 packets. And then I could do like 1 here and 1 there. The only thing you cannot do is limit consumption. The only thing you can't do as of right now. Alright. I'm going to definitely have to do some playing around with this. I need to get to electric where I can actually see what's coming in and going out. Ah, shit. Leave that. Alright. So I think I got everything thrown away that I didn't make today. There's my custom transformer. Okay. So I got all that thrown away. Anyways, I'm going to end it for now. That is enough information for the testing part. I'm going to have to get some steel made up and some new boilers made up, and then we're going to play around with this some more later on, probably tomorrow. See what I can do to get some boilers made up today, and we'll try this tomorrow, because one machine will consume as much as it needs to process, so it will always consume 64 even if you supply 4 by 16 packets. Alright. I don't think I'm completely getting it yet, but I can figure that out later. So there's your testing. You got new transformer gearboxes, planetary gears. Snapshots out now. No idea when Greg's going to get the actual release out. I'm guessing probably either later on today or tomorrow. It basically works like EU right now. First consumer gets the most. Alright. And we'll see, since he says 4 now, we'll see if these change a bit. There's still supposed to be a RU to KU converter as well. Those will be fun to play with. So, like I said, I'm going to get out of here, see what I can do to get some steel boilers made up and some a steel turbining. See what's going on. Now, what the fuck? Are the trees in the background behind that window? I don't know what's up with the fucking trees. If I stand here, those trees were going kind of weird. And yes, those look like they're blinking through the window. I have no idea why, Greg. They don't do it when I'm standing out here. But yeah, they most definitely look like they're blinking through the glass. No idea why. But I was standing here earlier, and those, let's see, them look like they're blinking, so it has to be a distance thing. Look at your bush. Your bush is even doing it. I don't know why. But they are definitely blinking for some reason. Anyways, have a good one, guys. I will be back later on, like I said, hopefully tomorrow, and we'll play around with these a bit more.